So this would normally be where I say salutations everyone and do my whole little intro that I love to do, but in this video, as the title suggests, it's a response to Death Battle's Goku vs Superman video, which is like the third in the little trilogy they have. And the reason I decided not to do the intro today is because of the fact I want to clarify something important before we actually get into the scripted part of the video. So firstly, yes, I am partially making this video to ride the hype train that is a Death Battle video, but I also believe that I have something interesting to say about Goku when it comes to scaling. But I also want to clarify that this video is not meant to generate any hate towards Death Battle or anyone who agrees with the outcome of their video. I feel like that I have to make this very clear, as I want to try to make the power scaling community a lot less hateful and more about just expanding our collective knowledge, you know? So with that being said, let's get this video started. But obviously, before we get into the proper scripted section, you already know what I'm going to ask. I'm going to need all y'all to support the channel by liking the video, commenting your thoughts down below, and subscribing to the channel. And click the notification bell to know when I upload. And finally, support me on Patreon. Helps me make videos, and y'all get cool rewards. Now, let's actually get to the scripted sections. Now, when it comes to evaluating the animation quality in Death Battle, it's very evident the team does a commendable job. And this is something Death Battle consistently excels at. However, the power scaling aspect, particularly concerning Dragon Ball, leaves much to be desired. It is worth noting that Death Battle has historically struggled with accurately scaling characters who can affect or destroy higher dimensions, and this issue seems to persist. And admittedly, my power scaling expertise lies more in the realm of Dragon Ball, so I won't be delving into Superman scaling. I'll leave that discussion for the YouTubers well-versed in DC scaling. I am and always will be a Dragon Ball scaler, among other interests. So in this video, my focus will be on scaling Xenogoku, as Death Battle appears to be utilizing Xenogoku and Capsule Core Goku's feats. So in response today, I'll be diving into the intricate world of Dragon Ball heroes. Are you ready? I'm not. But regardless, without further ado, let's unravel the complexities of Dragon Ball heroes. Now, when it comes to the actual strength of Goku and Dragon Ball heroes, we have a lot to go over. Firstly, we need to briefly discuss the cosmology of Dragon Ball heroes. Now, as we all know in Dragon Ball, you can make an argument for the otherworld being 4D based on guidebook statements. Well, in Dragon Ball Heroes, it's stated there are an infinite number of different timelines as stated in multiple promotional material, as well as different video games themselves. This would mean there's an infinite number of otherworlds or 4D spaces that would qualify for a multiverse, if you will, for all these time spaces. But why is this important? Demigra, the main antagonist for Dragon Ball Heroes, was going to destroy not only this entire multiverse, but also Beat's world. For context, Beat comes from a dimension that views Dragon Ball Heroes as fiction, meaning it should scale one dimension above Dragon Ball Heroes, which would be a fifth dimensional world. This would all scale to Goku, as in Xenoverse 1, Goku was shown to be able to fight alongside the hero of Toki Toki City, which is the main protagonist of Xenoverse 1. This is further solidified as Xenogoku with a single strike was able to defeat Gravi. Keep in mind, Goku at this time was only in his Super Saiyan 3 form, meaning that he's even stronger in his higher transformations. And this does not even count the potential higher end interpretations, as there have been some new scaling interpretations as of recent memory. One of them actually involves Arale, who is canon to Dragon Ball. This one is very simple, as Arale is able to interact with Toribot, who views the entirety of Dragon Ball world as fiction, and is the one who draws the Dragon Ball series in canon. Arale, in her own manga, routinely interacts with and messes with Toribot, changing the narrative of her own manga, which means she may even view her own manga and the world of Dragon Ball as fiction, which means she would scale a dimension above the Dragon Ball cosmology, which would be 5D. But why is this important? Well, in Dragon Ball Super, Goku was able to clash with Arale in Super Saiyan Blue, and it was stated that Beerus was able to nullify Arale's gag powers, which in Dragon Ball to nullify someone's abilities you must be stronger than them, which would scale Beerus above Arale and thus being 5D. Furthermore, we know that Goku in the Tournament of Power surpassed the Beerus at that time, meaning he should also surpass Arale, thus having 5D attack potency. This could potentially translate to potentially 6D AP for Heroes Goku, as Beat's world would still view Arale as fiction, meaning they should scale one dimension higher than her. But again, this is still a new argument, so if you don't agree with it, that's more than fine. But then let's get to Xenogoku speed scaling. Now, when it comes to this section, all of the canon speed scaling in Super, Dragon Ball Z, and even the manga should all apply. So we'll quickly go over those, and then we'll dive into the exclusive scaling for Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, in Dragon Ball Z, there's a filler scene where Goku and Pikkon go to Hell in the Otherworld Tournament filler arc. Now, the Otherworld should be a fourth dimensional construct, and Hell should be infinite in size to be able to fit all the mortals who were evil in Universe 7, which is also stated multiple times to be infinite. This should logically scale their speed to infinite to be able to cross such an infinite distance to escape or even enter hell in the first place. Now some might call into question, but like, oh, this is only their flight speed. However, we know in Dragon Ball that characters should have much faster reaction and combat speed than their travel speed, as multiple times in Z in the anime and manga. This infinite speed argument is also supported by the Dragon Ball Z manga, where it stated that Subaru would in time reach the Kaioshin realm, which is outside the universe and would logically require infinite speed to reach. So if in the main continuity we can get Goku to infinite speed, how high does Goku scale from Heroes? Well, this is how high. In the Xenoverse video games, which is canon to Dragon Ball Heroes continuity, we see that Goku is able to move and fight in the crack of time, a realm stated to be completely separate from time and where time does not flow. This would instantly put Goku at inaccessible speed from being able to move in this realm. Now some of you might be thinking, but Goku uses instant transmission. How can he be inaccessible speed if he's constantly using teleportation? Well, firstly, in Heroes, we only really see Goku use instant transmission to get to places he couldn't logically reach with his speed, such as the crack of time, which is a completely separate dimension. I doubt there's some kind of like interdimensional highway that Goku can just fly down to get to the crack of time. So by this logic, Goku would not inherently be downscaled to infinite speed just because he uses instant transmission to get to places that he logically couldn't get with only sheer speed. And we also know that in Dragon Ball, the strength and speed of your attacks is determined by how strong you are. So you could just argue that instant transmission may just be faster than inaccessible speeds. As well, there is also an immeasurable speed meta for Heroes Goku, and that is that Xeno Goku is able to perceive and fight the Shadow Dragons, whose sheer speed is able to allow them to travel through time and to different timelines. This would constitute immeasurable speed, as it shows Goku's speed should be above linear time. As well, Death Battle brought this up, but they used the feat of Goku speed blitzing someone who can see the future, which would not necessarily constitute immeasurable speed. So by all metrics, even if you want to use a lowballed Heroes Goku, he should at bare minimum scale to inaccessible speed, and on higher ends he should even scale to immeasurable speed. And surprisingly enough, Death Battle got that right. But being 1,505 times universal bull is just frankly something I would expect better from Death Battle, as both Superman and Goku have higher dimensional scaling, and it would have been great for them to talk about it. But anyways, that's the video. I hope you guys did end up enjoying it, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. As well, don't forget to check out my Patreon. Until we meet again, good luck in your power scaling endeavors.